Hello, everyone. I went to see the movie Weapons. This is from the same people, the director and writer, producers of Barbarian. Now, Barbarian, I really enjoyed. So if you haven't seen Barbarian, I believe that came out a few years ago in 2023. Watch me be wrong on the year, but somewhere between 2023, 2024, it came out, and it was fantastic. It was a horrifying movie, really good style, a different type of style. So you can see the same style in the movie, The Weapons. Now, what I really enjoyed about The Weapons, if you watch the trailer, it doesn't say too much. Now, I'm not sure of other trailers. I'm sure they brought out other trailers too, so I would say avoid the trailers now. But when they first were advertising it, they gave you very little information. I obviously don't want to spoil it for you. Weapons is 94% Rotten Tomatoes right now. It's a horror movie, a horror thriller, suspenseful movie. Some people say something else. And I'm like, how could this not be horrifying? This is a horrifying experience. And I'll tell you why in a minute, why I believe this is a horrifying movie. Now, before I get into it, though, I got to close my lip on a few things here, making sure I don't spoil anything. On IMDb, it has an 8.4 out of 10. So people really like this movie. So when I sat in the theater, I had one person apparently got up and he walked out. And I was like, was he so scared he just walked out? I don't know what happened. And then after the movie was over, some people said this is a horrifying movie. Some people said this isn't a horror movie. It's something else. And I was talking to general people, but generally people liked the movie. The acting in Weapons is absolutely incredible. The writing, the editing, no overuse of composing music. The composing music actually made me dozy sometimes, and that hasn't happened in a while. There's research that shows some noises or sounds can make people sleepy. The first time I ever fell asleep in a movie was the movie called The Rock, and I was like, I must have been tired. And then I tried to watch The Rock again, and that's with Sean Connery and Nicolas Cage. I tried to watch it a second. I fell asleep again. I couldn't watch this movie because of the theme music. It was making me sleepy. And then Broken Arrow was another one, and after that, I haven't really seen a movie to make me sleepy. So this composing music kind of made me sleepy. I stayed up. I watched the whole thing, and I'm glad I did. Julie Gardner plays a teacher in this movie, and she just moved into this nice little town, nothing huge or anything, and everyone kind of knows everybody. So she's a teacher of 18 kids. And all of a sudden, she comes to class one morning, and there's only one kid. And there's also narration at the beginning of the film, and normally I don't think that narration works all the time. It worked for Stand By Me and some other great movies, and it did work for this movie. So when she came there, and then she found out there was a police investigation. That night, at 20:17 a.m. in the morning, 17 of her students in her classroom that were all young children got up, walked out of their house, and vanished. Now, the investigation was a very interesting investigation, but they couldn't prove that she did anything wrong. They questioned her, and they questioned the only boy that didn't vanish. So they did an investigation. Now, the parents are definitely believing she knows something. She's the teacher. She taught them. She's new. She's not part of us. And there was another person, too, called Josh Brolin. He's an actor as well. He's a great actor. He played the brother in the Goonies movie, and I hope he comes back for Goonies 2. He's also, as I believe, he's going to be in the Running Man remake that comes out in November, so I'm looking forward to that as well. Now, his character he's a single father. And he doesn't believe a minute that the teacher does not believe anything. So he goes to the police. And the police are like, well, we can't prove anything. We can't prove she did it. She wasn't around at this time. It wasn't even on the videos. Some parents, or all the parents, had videos pointing out to the street to protect their children and protect their livelihood just in case anything happened. But it only goes to the street. So all these children and all these videos got up at the same time and walked out and vanished. Wow. Now, it's an astonishing mystery. What happened to these children? And to me, it's horrifying. And that's why I say it's a horror movie. Wouldn't it be horrifying if your child went missing? That would be horrifying, terrifying to you. So I don't see how people could not say, and that's what one person said to me when we were talking about the movie after. He said, if my child went missing, that would be horrifying to me. So this is a horror movie where someone else said something different. So now there's an investigation. So now you see the teacher, and people are just harassing the teacher. They had to fire her from her job. So she's fired from her job. You find out a little bit more about her character. So did she do it? Didn't she do it? The character development of her is very interesting. So you had the character development of her. Then now it goes to Bruce Bartlett, the actor, and he plays the father, the single father. Now he's doing his own investigation, trying to figure out what truly goes on, but he's not getting cooperations from certain people, and that he thought he would. But he's doing his own investigation, and then it goes to somebody else, a policeman and a thief. And then it leads into, all these things lead into what truly happened to these children. Now, Jewel Garner's character also had nightmares, and so did a few other people. These nightmares were terrifying nightmares. So to me, this is a terrifying movie with a really interesting ending that I didn't really like. I thought they could have done the ending in many different ways. I'm not sure why they called the movie Weapons. There's only one way I can think why they would have, but overall, I wasn't impressed with the ending. I loved the build-up. I loved the mystery and how the children flew out like this, like not fly, but they kind of jumped out like this. I liked all that. And I also liked it when someone looked into someone's house and something weird was going on in there, and the dreams were strange, and the character development, each individual character was different. I liked that. But what was truly going on? Well, that I'm not going to tell you. I'd like to, but I don't want to spoil it. Weapons is meant to be seen in the theater. It is, the cinematography is amazing. All the acting is fantastic. You couldn't get a better cast. The lighting was perfect. The sounds, the natural sounds, and just everything. And even certain things that would make you jump. All right, everyone. I'm not sure what to rate this because I really didn't like the ending too much, and I just can't explain it to you because I don't want to spoil it. Because of the acting and because of everything, I just give it a 7 out of 10. Story-wise, I have to, especially the ending, I don't know, it just didn't fly with me like Barbarian did. Barbarian, I really enjoyed. Same producer, same director and writer. Barbarian, I gave it 10 out of 10. I love the Barbarian movie. This one here, a 7 out of 10. For now, I might rewatch it and change my mind. All right, everyone, have a fantastic day. Bye for now, and thank you again for watching. Bye for now, everyone.